Reviews. That's also a really important thing for company. If people don't talk about your company, like they're still talking about your company. They're talking about your company by not talking about it. You need to have the word out on you, what you're all about. And this is, I had this thought the other day, and I think it's really interesting also. I had this job application and for my company, and I tried to Google the person who was applying, and nothing showed up, and I was a bit annoyed by it. Like normally you, like a few years back, you have been told always that don't have things shows up on Facebook about you, don't have these drunken picture or whatever you put up, have a private profile that doesn't show anything bad about you. I think we will see a change in this. I think it's going to be a lot more transparent in the future, and I think it will be a good idea to have a likable Facebook profile that is open for business to search. I think people, the business that are going to hire you in the future wants to look in your Facebook and wants to see what you're all about, because you have a closed Facebook, you're going to like appear a bit arrogant. That's my point of view on it. Reviews. Why it matters again for businesses is it does influence search ranking. If a company has a lot of reviews, and this is about the quantity, they're going to go high up in the search results. But it's also about the conversion, because conversion, as we talked about before, it can be good to have a lot of traffic on your website, but if you don't convert any of that traffic into customer, it doesn't matter. So the quality of your reviews are also important if you get good reviews. And then again, it's a good way to receive feedback for your product, your company, on what you're doing, if it's good or wrong or right or whatever. How to do reviews? I think you have to, like, you can easily wait for people to review your business or review your site, but if you make it an everyday process of your company to ask for review, I know it can be a bit frightening, it is for myself, but I just went out and asked some of my clients to do video reviews for me, and they agreed to it. It was just another tip, it was just in the moment after they say thanks, like after they actually say thank you Simon for what you did for my company, I asked for the review and they are like likely to do it. And I did a video review of a guy who like praised my business and said I made him $1 million, and stuff like that to put on the web. That's very, very powerful again for conversion. So you have to like make a part of your business you ask for it. You can even do like incentivized reviews where you give out like discounts, like make a small discount for review, and if they do a video review and you put on YouTube, make a bigger discount, because in the end all those things on the web will help your business sell more. So it's actually really cheap if you can give like 5 or 10% discount for review. And yeah, where should you put it? Reviews on Google. Again, Google is a good place to put the reviews, but also pages like Trustpilot. They go very high up in the rankings very easily, and they have the stars in the search result. If I search for something, for a company name, it's typically in Denmark the Trustpilot sites that goes to the top. And then I wrote diversity is good because like you can have all your reviews on Trustpilot or Google, but it is also important to have, if you have a lot of reviews, spread them out on some other sites. Okay, organic or paid search. That's like that's what you used to see in Google when you search. The organic part is this part. This is what Google, they decide what should show up. The other blue boxes, that's a paid search. That's the company who pays money to be there. You get in here by going into something called AdWords. That's the advertising part of Google. And you have like a self-serve ad center where you can just like say how much money you want to pay, and you can get on top of Google if you want to. These organic searches, that's what I'm normally working with, and that's where the most of you guys click. These organic searches also have more trust from the beginning from customers, because people trust the organic more than paid, because they know they're paid, and yeah, there's not like necessarily a proof of a good company. We talked about traditional media before, and I will stay with this paid search thing. Traditional media, they also moved online. Like you have the Google sider, Krak, Eniro, And this small company from Jutland, they first went out and bought some advertising on these traditional media's online pages. And they had to pay like 10,000 kroners for a year on the Google side. That's like, I think that's a pretty normal price. They were featuring a listing on the Google side for 10,000 kroners. And what they got out of it, they got like 45 visitors to the page, but 30% of them like jump instantly to another page, so they're not interesting result. So after that, they had like 30 visits to the home site. So they paid on average 350 kroners per visitors. Then this small company also tried Eniro, and again they got 19 visits after a year. Bounce rate was 42. That bounce rate is when people go into your site and then leave immediately. And 42% did that, and there was 11 visits left for the homepage. So they paid 1,000 kroners per visit, and that's very expensive. And my point here is that the traditional media again are very expensive. They haven't followed through, because if this company just from the beginning went to AdWords, to be featured here they pay like 5 kroners per click. So the difference in price are huge, and I wouldn't recommend you go on any other sites to advertise than Google if you have a company, or Facebook for that case. Like a lot of the other media, they're gonna like have phone salesmen calling out, but they are very expensive per lead. Organic search, the benefits of that is that it's free. Like organic visitors are free. Does everyone get what organic is? Yeah. Organic visitors are free, but there are no guarantees for it. It is up to Google to decide what goes in top of Google, and they're after relevance. It's hard work, especially in competitive niche. You can like work for years without any results. So you really have to make a plan from the beginning. In difference to paid search, where rankings are determined by how much you're gonna pay. Like for dentists, for example, here in Copenhagen, to be on top, to be number one, they pay 25 kroners per click. So if you want to be number one, you pay 25. If you want to be on the right, you pay around 7, 8, 9 kroners. That's one of the factors. But the good thing about it is you don't need to have the organic rankings to get traffic. Like normally, if you don't pay and you're not in the organic, you're not getting found at all. So you have no visibility. But if you just start in a company and you need instant traffic, like paid search are a really good alternative to organic search, if that makes sense. To have success again with this, like you need to analyze what you're doing, because if you just put up, I had this case with the dentist here in Copenhagen, and he was just like bidding for the word dentist, and that means like every search where dentist is involved, he's gonna show up. So he got like hits coming in, how many teeth does a chicken have, and he paid 25 kroners for that. So you need to really analyze your campaigns and optimize on it. So make sure he doesn't pay money for those keywords that won't convert to visitors. I'm not going to depth with this. This is like a graph that shows the difference between organic and paid. I'll try to explain it fast. When you do paid search, which is this one, you are paying a fixed price for every visitor to your page. So you're going to pay 25 kroners no matter what for each potential customers. But when you start with organic search, like to build up your rank in Google, in the beginning, in your campaign activation, it's going to be really expensive. Like the cost per conversion is very high. But then it will go down after a while when you start to get your positions in the search rankings. And then the other thing, the performance will go up. So you have a lower maintains and high rankings and a lot of clicks for low cost. But that is over time. So that's why I never recommend just doing organic or paid. I think both is good together.